Hey there riders, Moto Journo Kris here, and Triumph have unveiled their updated Scrambler 1200 models for 2021, headlined by the Steve McQueen Edition, which is based on the higher specification Scrambler 1200XE. That update mainly revolves around the engine being Euro 5 and a new exhaust to match, so there's no enormous changes. The XE is the more off-road orientated of the two models, with the XC not having some of the extras, although truth be told, these are well kitted out bikes. In fact, you could almost consider these Scramble models as running somewhat parallel to the adventure bikes, just with that neo-retro theme. You're getting a high-power version of the Bonneville Twin with a traditional Scrambler ergo and tall exhaust. Suspension is longer travel with plenty of ground clearance on offer. Spoked wheels include a 21-inch front for some proper off-road street cred and will take tubeless rubber with Metzeler Tourant standard fitment. For those getting a bit more serious about the off-roading, Pirelli Scorpion Rally are the recommendation. Brakes are pretty impressive with dual Brembo M50s on 320mm rotors, and Brembo also provide the rear braking system. Electronics are fairly extensive, with 6 riding modes on the XE version, including Off-Road Pro, which the XC doesn't get. Those modes control throttle response as well as traction control and ABS settings, which on the XE is aided by an IMU, turning those into cornering ABS and cornering traction control. The XE also includes a longer swing arm, adding 40mm to the wheelbase, while the XC's regular 200mm of suspension travel is boosted to 250mm on the XE, with another degree of rake and an additional 8mm of trail. All variants feature Showa forks, gold on the XE, as well as dual Öhlins shocks on the rear, and are fully adjustable. Continuing on is a colour TFT display, full LED lighting, keyless ignition, cruise control, and joystick style switch block control. As mentioned, updated for 2021 is the engine, which is now Euro 5 and runs an updated exhaust system. Power is 90 horsepower and peak torque of 110 Nm arrives a little bit higher in the rev range at 4,500 RPM, so realistically no big changes there. The Steve McQueen Edition is inspired by the TR6 featured in the movie The Great Escape, and while the resemblance may be fleeting, it's still a pretty cool idea if you ask me, with Triumph further explaining McQueen was known for his Triumph Scrambler desert racing. There'll be 1,000 of this edition available, with individual numbering on the billet handlebar clamp alongside a laser-etched Steve McQueen signature, plus you'll get a certificate of authenticity. The competition green paint scheme is inspired by that TR6, including brushed foil knee pads, hand-painted gold lines, gold Triumph logos, and a special Steve McQueen tank graphic. Setting it further apart from the standard Scrambler 1200XE is the much taller dirt bike style front guard, as well as standard engine protection bars, laser cut aluminium radiator guard, and premium brown bench seat. While the Steve McQueen Edition gets its own colour scheme, both the XC and XE will come in cobalt blue with a jet black stripe, matte khaki green with a jet black stripe again, or a single tone sapphire black. The Scrambler 1200s are quoted as weighing in at 230 kilos with a full tank of fuel, which is to say 16 litres, and service intervals are 16,000 kilometres or 10,000 miles, or yearly. We're still waiting to hear about arrival here in Australia and pricing. However, pricing for America apparently starts at $14,000 for the XC model and $15,400 for the XE, and the Steve McQueen Edition adds a further $1,000 to that XE model. For comparison, the XE is £12,600 in the UK, with the XC £11,800. So that's a quick look at Triumph's Steve McQueen Edition, Scrambler 1200 model, and the general specifications of this model line. Let me know what you think. Are these Scrambler models a possible adventure bike replacement for those after a more retro styled machine? Stay safe out there, and thanks for watching.